All right, guys. Sorry about that. Accidentally stopped the stream. I didn't mean to do that. What is happening? Well, I guess I know the sound works. Okay, so weird. That's never happened. Anyway, guess I don't have to test the sound, but sorry about that. Let me create the polls again. That is so frustrating. Ugh. So big, so frustrating. Okay. Let me just do that. To type it all again, I'm so sorry, but feel free to ask questions. I'll pause my typing to answer any questions, but I wanted to have that up so I could get you guys' thoughts. See if I can. Luckily I had it written down, so it's not too big of a deal, and I don't have to like go off of my memory. I've got the memory of a goldfish here. So we're doing Dream Vacation if you are interested. And that was the option. So I want to give you guys those options because I know. Hey, yes, you may ask, Marietta. Feel free. I have my cards ready here. Just let me know if you are going through PayPal or a Cash App, or if you're just going to do a super chat. Either way, and let me know, how are you on this day? It's Father's Day here, so I just got back from celebrating. Let me know where you are in the world, because I know you guys come from all over. All right, I think I have finished typing. Make sure there's no spelling mistakes. If there are, forgive me. Marietta, let me know if you sent it through PayPal or Cash App. Let me forget this. Should I give up on Kilo? And I will answer that right away as soon as you let me know. No, yes or no is $5. It should say that in the title and the description as well. But let me know if it doesn't say that, but it should be there. I used to have free readings, but it has been months since then. Maybe I'll do it for members when I start my members channel. But you could still tell me how you're doing and anything. Let me finish typing this. So there we go. I pinned that. Luxurious hotel. Not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. I think right now I'm leaning towards Chic City Life. I wrote live. Forgive the spelling mistake. I don't know if I can edit it. No, I can't. But Chic City Life in Paris. That's my mentality right now. But I definitely understand the appeal of the luxurious hotel, especially if you get one with all of the amenities like spas and you get your nails done. Oh, and the room service. And if they have a nice pool. I went to one in Japan and they had an onsen. And now I'm just spoiled. I'm just like, oh, a hotel without an onsen is like, it's barely a hotel to me. But I want to see how the quality looks. See, I feel weird not checking it. So I just want to check to make sure, because there have been times when my screen has gone black and I'm like, I haven't even noticed it until I checked. So I just want to make sure that it's not looking black or anything strange is going on and it's all, coming together. My hair is doing its own thing. Okay, let me check. Okay, the sound is good. The sound is good. All right. Perfect. Sound is good. Looks good. And I am ready whenever anyone wants to come in and ask a question. Happy Father's Day. If I haven't said that, though most of my viewers are women, so that may not even be necessary to say. But I just want to put it out there because it is a holiday and I do want to, give the shout outs and celebrate. We are midway, I guess, about midway through June. Can you believe that? Midway through June. In a few days, it'll be officially summer, 5 days. And then we can say summertime. It is here officially. And hopefully you guys are going on some great vacations. I don't believe I'm vacationing this summer. Fortunately, I am a worker bee right now, but hopefully one day, it's my dream to get the full summer off, but like you did when you were a kid, but that is not the reality right now. So, but that's good because then I get to see you guys' faces more often. Granted, I feel like I'd be the type, even if I was on vacation, I would still like want to go live and talk to you guys and say, hey, like, what's the vibes for you guys this week? We got the star card. My cards keep saying next week is going to be, a great week for you astronauts, at least in comparison to the past weeks or even just this past week. I've gotten a lot of positive messages, so I hope that rings true for you all, as well as myself too. So I hope that we all have like a good upcoming week. And there aren't too many challenging moments, but even if there are, we're going to face them and we're going to overcome them. So we're not going to worry about the things we can't control. We're going to do our best. We're going to do our best, right? To overcome those challenges and to keep focused on the things that we can build. I say that. But there have been some good messages coming out. Yeah. See? You guys, 9 of Cups. I told you. And I got that last time for the weekly. I think it was for the weekly tarot pool that I did on Friday. It keeps coming out. So I think next week's going to be pretty good for all of us. I don't know why, but the energy is saying a lot of good things. Look at the bottom of the deck, the world. I keep getting so many positive messages for next week. So I think most of us will have a pretty decent week, but our pretty good week, I should say, with the positive cards. And don't forget to answer the polls. I'm very curious as what you guys' vacation vibes. I know we're limited in our options, and ignore the spelling mistake for Paris. I meant to write life instead of live, but those things happen. So don't forget, I am very, very curious. Right now, I'm leaning towards the Paris one. Like, I think I would love to just like roam around a new city and see the vibes. I'm not really in a beach mood yet, but I have seen a lot of videos in Africa about, the safaris. And obviously I love animals, especially big animals, like giraffes, and things along the lines of that, or exotic animals. My favorite is the red panda. So, but that's not in Africa. But I would love to see a bunch of different animals. I am so curious to see like a gorilla, like in the wild. That would be like a dream come true. So I can definitely see the pull towards that, especially the Maldives too. I've heard so many good things about the Maldives. Northern Lights are beautiful, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And technically Iceland's not even that far from where I am, because I'm near Washington, D.C. So I think that's like a 5-hour flight. So technically I could actually do that for like a weekend trip if I wanted to. But I'm saving for a longer trip. I want to go far. But tell me, you guys, tell me your vacation goals, your dream vacations, what you're thinking of. Are you planning to go anywhere this summer? Are you just going to kick back? Are you going to be working hard like me? Like, tell me what your plans are. I'm very curious to know. All right, I think the cards are ready. So if anyone has a question, I am here and ready to answer. I may have to get more water. So don't mind me if I'm, have to be right back and get some water. That's where I probably went. But I'm okay for the time being. Ooh, someone else picked City Life in Paris. Okay. Twins. Twins. We're both on the city vibe. Totally get that. I see there's so many different things to do in a city. I think that's what it is. Like when I was in Tokyo, I got to take the sushi making class. Cities have so many different like classes and things, and side missions you can go on. So I think that's what it is. And then the shopping is unbeatable. It's unbeatable in a city because they have everything. Only thing is sometimes they can be too commercialized, but if you can find some kind of cute side shops, then it's really good. It's really good. Said, I really love your Nakshatra videos. Do you plan to make more? Yes, I do plan to make more, but not anytime soon. Nakshatra videos tend to take me a long time to make. Like the moon rule video took me probably like 2 years or a year and a half or something to make. So that's the only reason I haven't done them as much. So because there's the observation period, then there's the research period, kind of calculating the results. It's a lot. So that's the only reason I haven't done them. But they are my favorite to make. I love making those videos. Hopefully, I can build towards a dream life where I can just make Nakshatra videos all the time. But thank you for asking. I'm glad you like the videos because they are my favorites. I try to mention nakshatras in my readings as well because, like I said, I love them. I think they are super accurate when it comes to describing life experiences. People have thought patterns, personalities, like they go into like how people dress. Like there's a lot of information to even who people marry. I was talking about that on one video with the moon ruled men and how they tend to stay in their longest relationships with Uttara Falguni, Asta women, Ashwini women, or Uttara Bhadrapada. And then it came out that Beyonce was Ashwini rising. And I was so curious about that because when I was looking at the moon rule video studies, they tend to not stay with Venusian women. And Beyonce has her son in Purva Falguni, I believe. And so I was like, why are her and Jay-Z working out like this? But then I found out she was Ashwini rising, and I was like, oh, it makes sense. So they tend to stay with those people as much. So that's why I love Nakshatra videos. I find them to be really good and really accurate. And they just make things make sense. I know Jupiter is in Ardra right now. So I think a lot of people are going to be focusing more so on their material gains, though Ardra does focus a lot on criticizing others. So there's definitely going to be a lot more protest and things along the lines of that, and social activism as well. And the thing I love about Ardra is Ardra I have found to be one of the most giving nakshatras, because I did a nakshatra video, not a nakshatra video. I did a study, didn't put it out, about like the placements that are the most giving. And funny enough, it was Ardra. And I say funny enough because they have a reputation for kind of being like trolls, but they actually are one of the most giving placements. They're softies at heart. They give a lot to people. They help a lot of people out. So I definitely can see with Jupiter going in on Ardra, that expansion of givingness, as well as that expansion of people maybe looking at things with a more critical eye as well. And even a feeling of nostalgia that's bound to increase, like for sure. Ardra definitely deals with feeling a sense of, what's the word? Not scared, but more so a little bit of disappointment, a little bit of blues that times are changing. Even though they tend to be on the wave of innovation, they recognize that the way things used to be, there's some beauty in it. So I see a lot. I can see a lot of those feelings happening more. But yes, anyone, let me know if you guys want to get a reading. Don't get me started on nakshatras. I will go on forever. I won't stop talking about, nakshatras once you guys get me started. So, but if you want a card, if you guys want to ask a question, I'm stumbling over my words. Feel free to ask, and don't forget to let me know what your dream vacation is. And I do obviously want to remind you that the video will be out Thursday. This week's theme is like messages, emergency messages, urgent messages. That's what we're doing this month. And then next month, it is going to be back to sort of the normal pace of things where, you never know what video you want to get next. And I'm going to start pulling you astronauts again to get your thoughts and opinions on what you want to see. And you can even give them now in the comments. Like I said, I'm filming the July videos now. So if you want a reading if you have a reading you want to see, feel free to make a suggestion and I will definitely take it into consideration. I think because summer's coming up, my mind is just stuck on vacation. And it's all I can think about. I haven't been on a vacation in almost a year. It feels so sad. It feels so sad, but it's fine. I think when you're working towards your goals, or maybe this is just me, I'm going to speak for myself. At least for me, when I'm working towards my goals, I feel as though it's okay to make those sacrifices, and also, it's not going to be this way for forever. But yeah, let me know if you have a question you need me to ask. But then we can also just talk about weekly events, how things have been, how you guys have been. I know this week had a lot of twists and turns to it. And so next week is going to be a lot better. We did a weekly poll to see the vibes for next week. And it looks like things are going to be a lot better for us astronauts in this community. So I'm wishing you all the best for sure. I know Juneteenth is next week. So I'm excited for that, to be celebrating that holiday. I know I personally am going to, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to study. I have a test coming up, a big test. So I can't really celebrate. But the video will be out as per usual next week. And I hope you all like it. And I hope you all enjoyed the summer 2025 reading. Let me know if you want to expand on it. Private readings aren't open right now, but they will be opened again probably towards the end of July. So we could do like a summer check-in then if you are wanting that, or you can just ask a question now and let me know. These cards are flying, so that's good. Good energy coming in. All right. All right, I'm going to get some more water, but then I will be back. So let me say, be right back. And I will be back in a second. So if you come in and see something blank, I got my pillow support here, in case you guys are wondering what this is. My pillow support and my jeans need to be, well, they're clean. I just need to fold them. All right, I'll be back. Didn't realize I knocked my cards on the floor. Well, some of them. Some of them. They're ready and excitable. Yep, I got them all. All right. Okay. Let me just shuffle them again real quick. Whoa, what card was that? Very appropriate. Knight of Wands flying out the deck. Not a surprise there. Not a surprise there at all. All right, let me put this down. All right, so if you are coming in, I am taking questions. Feel free to answer the poll. I am very curious as to your dream vacation. As usual, if you want to ask questions, feel free to use PayPal or Cash App. Those are preferred, but you can also use Super Chat. And also, there was something else I wanted to say. I'm just trying to remember what it was. All right, yes or no are 5, and for very in-depth questions, that would be 10. And that is all I want to say about that. As per the weekly forecast, if you saw it for Friday, it should still be up on the live. It looks like next week is going to be a lot more positive. So we have that to look forward to. And that is all I want to say besides Happy Father's Day. But like I said, I think most of you are not fathers, but I'm going to say it anyway, just because it's a holiday and it is worth celebrating and saying. So if you have some great dads in your life, or if you know some great dads, wish them a happy Father's Day, and enjoy the holiday, if you are celebrating it. I think that is what I wanted to mention there. Yeah. I've made all the announcements. Mm-hmm. Ooh, let me get my water. I don't know, my voice gets so dry when I talk these days. I don't know if that's getting older or what. I don't remember that before. Maybe I'm just not drinking enough water. Mm. Mm-hmm. Ooh, let me know what videos you want to see next. Also, as I'm filming the July ones, July, I'm going to do a little bit of everything. I'm going to do a little bit of love. I'm obviously going to do the monthly readings. I might do some messages. Granted, I don't know if I'll do any messages because this month is all sort of like messages. But I do have a lot of different ideas that I am floating through. I may do some first impressions, some what people may think of you type of videos. We'll see. We'll see. I have a long list and it's only growing. So we're going to see, but it is going to be a little bit more random, more my normal sort of style. And if you guys insert your input, then there'll be some of that as well. I already have a reading filmed that was based on one of you astronauts' ideas. So I do love to implement your ideas. I just feel like this is a collaboration, and it's great when we can both come together to create something. I'll say magical. Magical. There we go. We'll say magical. Why not? Because why not? Why not? If I want to say magical, I'll say magical. And let me know if you have anything important coming up so I can wish you luck. I know a lot of you astronauts have been looking for new jobs, applying for different schools to see if you get in. Lots of different things going on with relationships. So let me know, and I'm going to send you my well wishes on those matters because I know life can get complicated. If you have any legal things coming up, I'm going to wish you luck as well. I know that legal matters are so stressful. And so I definitely want to wish you luck when it comes to that. And I think that is all I wanted to say. When it comes to my well wishes to everyone, I just want to make sure that I'm sending good vibes your way. None of us are perfect, but we're all doing our best, especially over here. I'll say that. Oh, and if I haven't said it, I'm using the gold foil tarot today. Very shiny, very shiny. Really, really like this foil tarot. I bought 2 of them. I just really like the thickness of them. But it's really just the regular cards. But I will say they do give, if you're new to tarot or if you're a beginner or if you just need a reminder sometimes, they do have the messages on the card about what they're about. So this one's like romantic proposals, offers. It is the Knight of Cups, obviously, invitations, taking action, following your heart, chivalry, gentlemanly behavior, being swept off your feet, warm, gentle, romantic attraction. Very Knight of Cups. So if you're a beginner and you're looking for a deck that kind of has the information on it or has the information on it, I always say kinda, and I don't know why, then this would be a good deck for you. Creative expression. It's very straight to the point. Hi, can I ask where there is going to be change in my situation? I have been struggling, feeling isolation, stagnation, and purposelessness. Yes, Fatima, you can ask, but let me know if you have paid through PayPal or Cash App, or if you're going to do a super chat. I mean, I can see that, but I can see the super chats, but let me know if you're going to do PayPal, Cash App. But yes, you can ask the question. I don't know why I said Ash. And I'm sorry to hear about your situation, and that things have been stagnant and that you've been feeling that way. That's very difficult to deal with. And obviously, I don't want you to be in a terrible situation. I know what that's like, to feel isolated and to feel like you may not be going in the direction that you want to go in. Um, so I just want to take a moment to acknowledge those feelings, and that I'm sorry you're going through it. And for anyone else going through any sort of hard times, I'm definitely sending you all of my best wishes. It is tough when we're in these very challenging situations. that can leave us feeling a lot of different negative emotions that we rather not be feeling. But I guess my only thoughts, or what I want to say is, which may be corny, is always look towards the light in the situation, always have hope, always keep that, I guess, star card in mind, that nothing is hopeless and that there is something brighter on the other side. So I do want to say that for those of you who are struggling, because I don't think we take enough time to recognize just how difficult life can be. Sometimes we brush it off, or sometimes we don't fully acknowledge that. And sitting with those hard emotions, it's tough. It is tough, to be in a period where you're struggling. That's really difficult and it's hard to push through, but you can push through and you can come out on the other side. So I do want to acknowledge that. Because I know personally, I'm definitely in a situation that I'd rather not be in, and it has definitely taken its toll on me. So I definitely know what that feeling of stagnation feels like. But don't ever let, a situation, a person, or circumstance dim your shine, or make you feel like you don't have something of value, that you can give the world, or you aren't valuable within yourself. I want to say that, not to say that you're feeling that way, but if you are feeling that way, just remember, your value is inherent and you have something to offer the world. And even if you're not in a circumstance, or if you're around people who aren't acknowledging it's not true. Don't believe the situation, don't believe the people, trust in yourself, trust in your heart. And let me make sure, just making sure the video is scheduled for next week. Sorry, guys. Some reason I got worried that I didn't do it, but I have scheduled it. I want to make sure that, I remain consistent for you all, and that I am following through on my word. And I don't know how else to say it. It's just, it's, you never know how important it is to show up in the world and be consistent until you don't have that in your life. That sense of stability, or that sense of routineness, can make all the difference in the world. And so I want to make sure that I am following through on my word, and showing up. So that's why I get nervous about, like, not having the video scheduled right. So that is all I wanted to say about that. But I do appreciate you guys showing your support, watching the videos, coming to the lives, sharing your experiences with me. I can't say enough how much I appreciate it. It means a lot. And I just hope that I can give back in the same way, and that we can all have our dreams come true. And if I can help in any way, that is obviously that would make me very happy. Sorry, I'm not the best with words all the time, but that would make me very happy. So I do want to say that. And I'm going to pull a card just to see a collective summer vibe for everyone, just to see what we're going through this summer, see what the vibes are. I feel like I pulled a little bit with the Jupiter Cancer vibe when I was talking about that. I don't know how many videos or lives that was ago, maybe like a 2 or 3, or I'm not sure. You have to look back. But that did tell us a little bit about how we're focusing on things. This card wants to come out. So this summer, we have a little bit of anxiety going on here, some stressors, some mental burdens that are on our minds as we move through the summer, or even just maybe begin the summer. It looks like our thoughts are being clouded, but let's see what else is there. We have the 10 of Pentacles. It is reversed, but it's still the 10 of Pentacles. That means we're working towards, long-term success. We're working towards that stability. And I do like to see this card because it's almost like we have maybe reached a goal, but something needs to be tweaked or edited. Or maybe something that we thought we wanted, we realize is not really what is the thing that we're aiming for, essentially, with the 10 of Pentacles reverse. But it's not bad because it means we're close to getting towards our goal. We just need to make a few pivots. And it seems like this summer, we have a lot on our mind that we are reevaluating, reassessing, and it may be making us a little bit anxious. And then sometimes when these cards come together, it's like, oh, we're worried about our long-term goals. We're worrying about our path. We're worried about not fully being able to make our dreams a reality. But getting the 10 of Pentacles there shows that we're already in the process of making things a reality. Yes, we may need to review things, reevaluate, redirect, or whatever the case may be, but we're moving in the right direction. And I just want to take a moment to acknowledge that, okay? Sometimes the 10 of Pentacles is reverse, is just saying, hey, we just need that moment to work through some changes, essentially. On this card, it'll say like unexpected changes. Sometimes this one's a little extreme. This is like if you read at the bottom, it's like financial disaster. I've not seen the 10 of Pentacles reverse for financial disaster ever. But maybe the person who did these cards are a little bit have gone through some things. But generally what I've seen it for is re-editing, rebuilding, or thinking of a new plan or new direction before you reach a completion for something. You might have had a goal and you just need to reevaluate that goal and say, maybe that wasn't a realistic goal. And instead of saving, $5,000, I save $1,000. And that goal, you reach that $1,000 goal, and then you pivot to the next goal and you build upon it. So that is generally what I see for the 10 of Pentacles reverse. I feel a lot of us are reevaluating those goals. We have the Tower. So the Tower does show that we are indeed pulling back and getting rid of structures that didn't work for us. So similar to what I said before, how we're going back and we're saying, okay, this is not working for us. We need to come out of this situation. Sometimes I also get the 10 of Pentacles reversed to represent having like a community that doesn't fully support everything that you need, or even a job that doesn't really support everything you need. And the Tower moment is kind of bursting out and saying, acknowledging the truth and saying, this is not right. I don't belong here. I don't need to be here. I need this to move in a different direction because the way things are, they aren't stable enough. And so it seems to me like we're clearing out all of the dirt and dust in our lives. Instead of spring cleaning, we're doing summer cleaning. And the last thing, let's pull one more card. We have the 3 of Wands. So I love that for us astronauts, because for the collective reading for the summer is all about getting rid of these anxieties, moving in a new direction, and having the foresight to actually start thinking about a different future and start moving in a completely different direction, putting your toes out there. You can even see on this card, it's like, move forward planning. Okay. It says moving forward, and that's essentially it. So we're getting from this place of anxiety and we're moving forward and we're going into a different direction. And so that is generally the vibe for the collective this summer. And so there may be some moments that are upheavals, but if you're feeling, can I get a read? Yes, you can, Sarah. Just let me know if you're paying through PayPal or Cash App. Or you can do the super chat, but I do prefer PayPal or Cash App. But we're going to move out to a different side. I really do feel like this whole summer is restructuring, getting rid of a lot of stuff that has been weighing us down for sure. The tower's like, I'm just coming out with it. I've been holding this in too long. I'm coming out with this. I'm breaking free. So a lot of breaking free this summer if you feeling trapped and restrained. Okay. Let me know when you've sent it. And I hope you're doing well, Sarah Marie. I'm just reshuffling the cards to get Sarah's energy here. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Let me know your question when you are ready. Okay. Shuffle it a few more times. And one more. Okay. I'm in a relationship and I want to know if he's cheating or at least trying to. He changed shifts and hasn't charged his ring camera and wants my location and is very weird lately. Okay, let's see what's going on. His name is James. He's an Aries. I'm a Taurus. Okay. Let's see what's going on with James. Okay, this card wants to come out. We have the Four of Pentacles. The Hermit. The Moon card. And the Eight of Swords. So this is very interesting to me because these cards aren't necessarily about cheating and more so about self-isolation. I don't know what's going on, but to me, when I look at these cards, to me, it feels as if he's more so pulling away mentally for himself. And I don't know if he's going through some different circumstances, if he's experiencing some sort of mental heaviness or things going on in his life. But it does show a sense of insecurity It does show that he is being withdrawing, that he has a lot of feelings that he's definitely not sharing with you and feels scared to share those feelings. For me, it shows somebody who is very fearful and scared to open up because they feel as though that they are going to be judged in some way, whether that be for some actions or some thoughts that they have. But because of that, it feels, maybe they feel as though you've gotten close or maybe too close, and they just don't want to share that part of themselves. And so they're pulling away. They're feeling, they're distancing themselves from you. But I don't really see much cheating, more so like I want to be left alone. I want to be by myself. I am not looking to open up to anyone. I don't want to share my time. Like I feel scared. I feel trapped. I feel as though I am not in control of the situation. Like something about them, the main feeling is just fear, fear, and I want to self isolate. I want to be alone. Like that is the vibe that this person is going through. And for me, it can represent that they might be going through a period of mental heaviness or mental anguish, or just have some things that they need to think about. But I don't think that they're necessarily cheating. We have the Chariot here, but maybe they might want to go take a break from the relationship or move in the different direction. I say that because we have the Chariot. And sometimes when we get the Chariot, it's like two people going in different directions. And maybe this person feels like they're going in a new direction in their life, and they're not sure if you would be on board with it. Or sometimes when somebody's a little bit lost and confused, they have a difficulty picturing their life with someone else. They just want to take the time to figure themselves out. And I think that may be what this person might be going through. And it's not like they don't value you, because they do, but maybe they feel like they aren't good enough for you in a way, or they feel like maybe they're not ready for a relationship, or they're not in a place in their life to actually dedicate their time and energy to a relationship, and they're rethinking things. I really do feel like that. Like this person seems so lost and confused. That's their vibe here. Just a lot of soul searching. You said maybe I should just leave. Maybe have a conversation with them first. We got the Lovers, about their behavior. If you haven't, I don't know if you have or have not, because to me, it seems as though they're not as dedicated to the relationship as they should be. All of these cards are about like pulling away and being isolated and wanting to be by themselves and all of these things. And I don't know if this is a mental health issue, or if this is more so like a what do you call it, a midlife crisis, or just maybe not even midlife, just a life crisis moment for them. But they don't feel as though they can give the energy maybe they should give in a relationship. And there's some past issues that they 100% need to address. But definitely have a conversation with them. Have a conversation with them. I think it will go not too bad. Like we have the Lovers and the Wheel of Fortune, and this could move your relationship in a different direction. You know, sit down, have that serious conversation. If they avoid it, then make the decision if you want to leave or not. But I think it might be worth, we get the Temperance card. It might be worth having that conversation. Something about the card saying like, have a conversation with this individual. And I think you'll have a clearer insight as to what's going on in their head, and maybe if you should move forward or stay with them. because they seem to be going through some sort of soul searching moment. Um, and they seem to be confused about what direction they want to go in life. Maybe they don't, I don't know. Like, let me know, Sarah. Let me know. Because to me, I don't see dedication to a relationship right now. He's not going to want me to leave, but if he's confused, I don't want to be hurt, which is completely understandable. You should definitely not stay with someone if they aren't giving you what you need to feel supported and loved within a relationship. All right. We do have a question from Brian. I just found out a couple of weeks ago that my friend Shayla passed away. What were her final thoughts regarding me before she passed on? Okay, Brian, for a more in-depth question, it would be 10. But also, Sarah, let me know what you think. It would be 10, Brian, for a more in-depth question. But if you want to do like a yes or no, like maybe you had an inkling of a thought that she might have, I can confirm that and expand upon it. And I'm very sorry about your loss. Like that's a hard thing to deal with. And I'm very sorry that you're going through that situation right now. That's what I want to start with. Okay, let's see. And I hope I'm saying it right. Is it Shyla or Shayla? I want to say it right. Oh, okay. Let's see. Shyla. Okay. All right. Here's what Shyla thought. We have the 3 of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Wands. And we have the Death card. Okay. So what they thought, their last thoughts regarding you, is that you are a very dedicated friend, someone who has been there when they needed them, especially since we have this 3 of Pentacles there. This definitely shows someone who has showed up when they're showed up consistently, essentially, for them. They felt like you were somebody who showed up consistently. With the 9 of Wands, you're someone who they felt like, oh, I can rely on this person. This person has my back. This person will defend me. This person understands my perspective. And even if we don't get along all the time, because the 9 of Wands can be like, oh, you get on my nerves a little bit sometimes, it feels as though like you guys were locked in. Okay. And when we have this Death card of transformation, for some reason my thoughts go more so to, I am like moving to a different place now, and I'll see you like on the other side. And then there's a sense of, we have this Knight of Wands here. And I don't know if you're the type of person who can maybe sometimes make some hasty decisions or get caught away in the passion, or you're someone who can be kind of fiery or feisty. But to me, it shows as though this person is like saying, man, I want my friend to dial it back a little bit. I want my friend to dial it back a little bit. They're always so warm. They were always so excitable, but I don't want them to jump to any conclusions or to get too caught up in things. I want them to channel that energy to be more balanced, to be more focused, because they have so many different qualities. She said she used to cut my hair. She was also a regular customer at both gas stations I worked at. Wow. Wow. That is a lot of time that you guys have spent together. For me, it seems as though they felt as if you always brought like a smile to their face, especially with the Knight of Wands energy there. The Knight of Wands, like I said, they can be a little bit unpredictable or make some wild choices, but they feel like me and her have been friends for 5 years. Wow. I'm so sorry, Brian, that friendship has gone in a different direction. I don't want to say it's ended because I believe in the other side, but has transformed. I want to say that it's like her final thoughts or messages has to do with more so they want you to use your energy and passion in like a focused area. They feel like you're someone who has so many different interests, has so much light and energy inside. And sometimes you get caught going to different things. Like maybe you start one thing and then move to the next. And they would love for you to really hone that energy and passion because they feel like you have a strong sense of dedication, that you were somebody reliable, that you were someone who made them laugh, that you were somebody who that they can count on, how you were somebody who they felt that you really had like a strong mentality. They felt like you were a very strong person, that you could stand up for yourself, you could stand on your own 2 feet, that you always had good energy. But they want you to their thoughts are like, man, I just want Brian to focus because they have so much that they can give. And to not be so don't burn your energy, essentially, because the Knight of Wands can burn their energy. We got the Four of Swords. They want you to relax a little bit more, be more steady, focus. And they felt like you really brought a very excitable spark into their life. Like that was like their thoughts. So like this person brought so much spark and energy and laughter and enjoyment into my life. And I think that they can accomplish things, but slow down a little bit, focus, and you know, relax. Like they were like, I don't need you to pull back, Brian. Something about that energy. And then we have the Eight of Cups. I'm guessing that's them about them moving on. And they want you to know we have this Queen of Pentacles, that they're doing pretty good. At least I hope I'm interpreting this right, where they feel as though they are in a place that feels comfortable, feels as though that they are in their zone, almost like they're home. They feel like they're home. I want to say that. So if you're worried about anything regarding them, they feel a sense of comfort where they are, and they're doing great. She's definitely at peace. This is her Queen of Pentacles, for sure. She's doing great. Like, I really do think so. Like, but the main thing is that I got from them is they want you to know you really made them laugh and smile. Like that is the thing that's coming through with this Knight of Wands. And this yeah, the Knight of Wands stands out so much to me. Like for me, it feels as though there was something like you made me smile. Like you brought like a lot of energy and fun into my life. And I really do, I really do wish you the best, because I know this is a hard time for you, Brian. And I want you to know that she's very Queen of Pentacles right now. She's very comfortable. Said she was such a kind, sweet soul. And it shows, to me, it shows, especially if she's being represented as that Queen of Pentacles, that giving spirit, um, that wanting to help others extend themselves, nurture them. I'm very sorry that you're going through this situation and that you've lost somebody very valuable to you. And from the cards, as though it looks as though she felt the same way, that you brought a lot of happiness into her life, a lot of excitement, a lot of happiness, and that you were somebody who they believe that they could always count on to be there for them and to support them. They really do see you as somebody who has really good intentions. And I'm so sorry that you're going through this period. And I don't know if we have the same beliefs, but for me, I really hope that you two are reunited one day. For me, like, I believe there's an other side where we can be reunited, but I don't know if you believe the same thing, but I really do hope that you two get reunited for sure. Yeah. And let's have like a minute in silence for Shyla. So let's do that. Okay. I'm sure she is resting in peace. All right. You're welcome, Brian. And I'm wishing you the best in this time, or at this time, I should say. Okay. If there is no more questions, I will close out. Thank you all for asking your questions, showing up, answering the polls. And I'm sorry for all of the challenges that we're all facing. And I want us to all think of the other side, where we get to the moments that are more positive. Um, but it is definitely more than okay to sit with your emotions, take them in, and just go through all of the hurt and things that come along with it. That is more than healthy. So I definitely encourage that. And that is all I have to say. I will see you all next week, more than likely on Saturday. Um, and I'm wishing you all the best this week ahead. And Ofa.